Howdy, everybody. Today we're going to try one of them newfangled games that's out on the market. It's a new one. It's only been out about a week. Call of Duty Black OPS. On-site personal shooter. It has got to be, for my money, about the best World War I game there is. The best by far. And the thing that's so amazing about this OPS game, it's World War I. You see, but they use the weapons, the tactics, the uniforms, whatnot of World War II. Now, isn't that amazing? You have a game, and it's historical, remember? And I like history. I think history is an important thing to study. It's a historical game. It's about the conflict that shook the world in what was the Great War, the Fantastic War, or World War I. But they do it with World War II materiel. World War II tactics. World War II psychology. And I like psychology. I think it's an important thing to study psychology. So here we go. The goal in this game is to create utter and complete mayhem. You want to kill your enemy as many times as you can. And that means you can kill your friends. You can kill the people you don't like. You can kill what I call in-betweeners. Those are the people you kind of like, kind of don't like. We all have in-betweeners in our lives. I got to tell you this one story about my boss. I don't know if I'd call him an in-betweener, but that man has got to be one of the most ornate, Orwellian people I've ever met. I mean, this guy, he asked me to do things that are not part of my job description. Well, that was a good story, wasn't it? Anyway, here we are, World War I. We're fighting the Hun. Now, those of you who are history buffs, you know that the Hun, that they attacked the Romans long, long time ago. Must have been a couple hundred years ago they fought the Romans. But in this great war, World War I, the Fantastic War, the Germans were called the Huns. And I don't know why that is. I mean, I suppose if everyone's hungry, we're all Huns, right? And then you got your sweeties, call them honey. Oh, that's not the same kind of Hun. Oh, I took one in the face there. Oh. And I heard about this game, OPS, that they're going to have a new mod, a new thing you can buy. It's super secret. No one knows about it yet, but I have the inside scoop. Because I got a buddy who works down at the video store, and he knows this girl from high school a couple years back. And so he has all this inside information about these games. Anyway, they're going to have this game, this modification you can buy, and you strap it on your head, and it's like a huge sledgehammer. And every time you die, the sledgehammer pops you one in the head. Boom! And I think that's great, because that way you can feel what it's like to fight either war. And I'm not making fun of war. War is a serious business. You don't want people to be fighting wars because, that means some people are going to get hurt. But if you play a war game, and that's what we're playing here, what I'm playing is war game, and emphasis on the game part. You see that now? If I just got there with that mod, like I did, I died in the game. If I had that mod, my hairs would be ringing. My head would be hurting. Sometimes I like to go fishing, and, we get that big old catfish, and, took him out in that sweet. Got them big old catfish, and, I like to wear, or I plan on wearing that mod, so I can feel what it's like to be the fish, You can't hook the fish, and then you get popped on the head with a big old sledgehammer. I wouldn't wear one, though, when I was eating a meat sandwich, because, that's not funny. Because, cows really are hitting the head with big old sledgehammer. So we got World War I scenario here. And I bet y'all didn't know this. In World War I, they used to use locomotives to get around. Boy, that was bad. I don't know what I was thinking there. I just kind of went dancing with that feller. I didn't kill him. You need to kill him in this game so you can accrue your points. There's another guy I'm dancing. I really got to stop watching that Dancing with the Stars. And oh no, I died again. Can you believe in World War One they had cars like that? So anyway, watch you dance with the stars, and I guess it just got into my blood. I can't believe they kicked that couple off the other night, because they was good dancers. They don't know how to do no line dancing, and boy, I'm just having a tough time here. It's very hard to play this game and talk as loud as I'm talking and tell you what's going on in the game and succeed. But there I got 250. So, 250 points, or maybe 250 pluses because there's all that little plus there. So sometimes I get a little confused, can't figure it out. One of the other things you got to remember about this game, if you are sensitive to being dizzy, like when I was just a little child, I used to ride that merry-go-round and go round until I vomited. And I was especially proud if I'd vomit straight in the air and it splashed back on my face. I'd run around and I'd catch it. Now, I find that as an older gentleman, a sophisticated gentleman, that when I spin around in the game a lot, I get dizzy. And in this point in my life, I don't really want to throw up. As I've gotten older and understood there are different things you can consume, sometimes they make you sick. It's one thing to drink. Oh, I died again. I just don't believe this. It's one thing to suck down, 24 beers over the course of Atlanta Falcons football game. That's one thing. But I would suggest you don't drink the turpentine or the paint thinner. That makes you really sick. And, where I live, the turpentine's more expensive than the beer anyway. Oh, now that fella, he wasn't even looking. I don't know what he was doing, and now I die again. I'm going to have to fire my gun. I don't mean literally firing it. That's what I'm trying to do. But I mean fire my gun like not use it anymore. Because I just can't hit a darn thing with it. Sometimes also it's important to hide when you play these games. I thought about using the nickname Big Old Rubber Chicken. But then I didn't want to disrespect rubber that much. And so I didn't call myself that. All right, so as you can see, it's a free-for-all. It's mayhem. It's kill the other guy. And as is the case in this game, I'm losing. And gosh darn it, I don't know why or how I'm losing. I just died again. Really, I am just such a poor player. I'm a horrible player. I'm like the worst player ever. I really should retire. I'm such a horrible player. I mean, it's like I have a thumb on each hand, and I just don't know how to use them. Well, actually, I do have a thumb on each hand. You ever notice when you got an itch in your eye and you try to scratch with your thumb, how that doesn't work so well, so good? And I sometimes I do it like a knee-jerk reaction. I'm driving down the road, and my 4x4, and I got an itch, and for some reason, and maybe it's a video game playing, I go to scratch my, I died again. I don't know how many deaths I have. I probably have up close to 100 in this game by now. But anyway, I'll be driving down the road, I got an itch, and for some reason I go straight to my thumb, and you know what I end up doing? I either poke myself right in the eye, or my thumb gets stuck up my nose. And I don't know how to figure that out. And, fire. I love fire. Fire's good. Like in some of them caveman movies, they go, fire, good. That's what I'm doing here. Fire, good. So anyway, we're turning around, and I am so fast with my hands in this game. In fact, my lovely wife likes how fast I am with my hands, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now, and that's the end of the game. I hope you got something useful out of this. I know I did. I got to talk and get some things on my chest. See you next time, folks. Let's go out with this final cue cam. And